Dan Dixon Music. Welcome to episode 107 of the MastoCast. What is the MastoCast? It's the monoblog podcast hosted by yours truly, Dan Dixon, and I just talk about everything to do with music, video games, what's been going on in my life. Like I say, it's a blog, but in podcast format. That's it. If you're wondering why I'm speaking a bit quiet-ish, it's because Hayley's asleep. Don't worry, she's coming up in a bit. She's featured in this episode, of course. It's the big My Chemical Romance live at Wembley review, and it's been one hell of a weekend, really. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to introduce her shortly. We had the chat earlier on. It's been recorded. So, yeah, it's going to come up in a bit. So, if you would rather skip and hear all the My Chemical Romance stuff, you can do that if you want. Otherwise, just hang around here for now. But yeah, welcome on in. Hope you are doing well. If you listen to this at the Friday that this comes out, it's been a bit cooler now, the weather, hasn't it? It's been a lot cooler, which is nice. Really, I'm a big fan of the cooler weather. That's good. Let's stick to that for now. I'm not really bothered about 30-degree weather in this country. Keep it around about the early to mid-20s, and I'll be happy. You know, I'll be happier at work if it definitely keeps that way. But yeah, anyways, I'll talk about some albums I've talked about. I haven't been playing any video games much, really. Just year 5, but just plucking away with that, really. I will get Pragmata at some point, and I'll talk about that for sure. But it's been a hell of a weekend. So busy, lots to do, but it's been absolutely awesome. You know, like I said, we went to see My Chemical Romance. I had to drive all the way down there, pick our friends up, get parked at Wembley Stadium, which we do talk about how we got there and everything, which is this. Then, you know, straight after the gig, drove up north to Peterborough Services for about an hour and a half. Stayed the night there. It was shit. Broken aircon during the heat wave. Would not recommend. So I did that. And then, like, the following morning, well, I say following morning, we got there like 1:30 in the morning, anyways, to get out ourselves some shut eye, so that we can drive to Haworth for a wedding, you know, so, which was about another 2.5 hour drive. So yeah, did the wedding. It was absolutely glorious. It was beautiful. Good to be there with Hayley and the family and everyone else. It's been great. It's been, you know, a nice, glorious wedding in Haworth, and spent the day there. The next day, like on the Sunday, it was beautiful. Haworth's a bloody lovely place in West Yorkshire, like near like Halifax, Keighley area. If you've ever been there, highly recommend it. Haworth is a beautiful, beautiful place, and that's where my sister-in-law's family lives. It's great. It's absolutely great. Highly recommend it. So yeah, did that. Obviously, went home. Now I'm back at work. And so it's been hell on. It's been hell on, but a good hell on, anyways. But obviously, that all coincided with My Chemical Romance live at Wembley Stadium. Before I get into that, I'll just quickly chat about some stuff. Let's say I played a bit of GTA 5. Some new albums that are out at the moment that I've been jamming recently. Gotta give a shout out to the new album by No Cure. The album is called Is It Going to Get Dark? If you like your hardcore mixed with metalcore type shit, this is the album for you, because this is really, really good. It's got really heavy ass production, full of riffs, full of HM2 guitar tones, all that sort of stuff. Straight edge all the way through. It's really, really good. Highly recommend it. When the Spasm Seas, Slowly Turning Blue, really good tracks. Got some guest features from Inclination, Straight Edge Band and all that, Acacia Strayed, Varials, Bayway NJ, who's a rapper. But yeah, really, really good. Been listening to that in the car quite recently. And got to give a shout out to the Excerpts. They've also got an album out now, which is really, really great to see, because I wasn't really bothered about the last Excerpts album. I thought it was kind of felt like they were, you know, trend chasing a little bit. Like they were trying to go for like the TikTok crowd. Like they made this album full of like short songs, and you know, kind of reminded me of 100 Gex a little bit. Kind of sound like they were trying to do something like that, and I just don't think it really went down well. And even the band said the same thing when I saw them at 2000 Trees. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're writing a new album, and don't worry, it's way better than the last one." So yeah, I wasn't too keen on that album. Loved the one before that though, Hold On Your Heart. Like that's a fucking brilliant album, and they've kind of gone back to that. Really, they got this new album out called I Think I Want to Go Home Now. It's really great. They've gone back to that sort of anthemic, sort of soft rock sound, but it's great. Murray's got a great voice. It's not really as lovey-dovey as Hold On to Your Heart, but like it's got some really good emotional songwriting, going back to that sort of, you know, proper, you know, where it's heart, it's sleeve type stuff. It's really, really great. Yeah, Excerpts are really good. This new album's great. I'm glad they're back with a good one. 11 tracks. Really love Rinse Repeat. Love Bury You. Do It To Myself. Great tracks. But yeah, all over and done with in 34 minutes as well. So yeah, really, really recommend that. And yeah, that's it really. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass it over to Hayley. We recorded our episode. This is basically a review of My Chemical Romance live at Wembley Stadium on the 10th of July on the Black Parade tour. Not the one from 2007, obviously. They're touring Black Parade. They're playing it in full. So we're talking about that. Talking about Hayley's, like, Hayley getting into, like, this kind of music. All that sort of stuff. And everything My Chemical Romance. So, yeah, enjoy. Thanks very much. Take it away. She's back for her third episode of the MastoCast. Third, is that right?
I can only remember doing one. What were they?
We did the
Off menu.
Rip
off, yeah.
Yeah, 2000 Trees.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this is podcast number 3 for Hayley. She's back.
Whoop whoop.
Welcome back, Hayley. You alright?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem convincing.
It's hot and I'm tired. Yes, I'm fine. Also, I feel like it's awkward being interviewed by you, and I said this before.
Yeah, well, you've come back anyways.
I have, yeah.
In fact, you said you want me on your podcast to review My Chemical Romance. And
that's because I've got more words in my vocabulary than really good, really, really good.
Alright then. But I feel like I do a good job. I feel like I do a good job on any other review. But, alright then, if you feel like you're better than me, then let's do it. So, we've brought you on here, Hayley, because you are the number one My Chemical Romance fan. Is that correct? You're like...
I don't think I can claim that title.
Number 1 in all of Darlow.
Maybe.
North Yorkshire.
Yeah, maybe. No, there's people who are way more invested in this band than I am currently.
Right, so we're going to go with number 1 fan of all of Darlow.
Yeah, you're asking me about 20 years too late.
The DL3 postcode. Okay,
Yeah.
Well this is good, because I also love My Chemical Romance. I haven't loved them as much as you,
No.
for as long as you. But let's start from the beginning. Before we get into the review of My Chemical Romance live at Wembley, 10th of July to be exact, on the Black Parade tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Parade tour. Before we get into that, I'm sure the people listening want to know how much of a My Chemical Romance fan you really are.
If this is going to be a quiz,
it's
I'm
not
going to
really
be
a
fuming.
quiz. Not really. Just not really a quiz.
Okay, good.
Where did you start with My Chemical Romance? What was the thing you discovered them on that made you go, I really like this band?
It was, let's just show our ages, my cousin's MP3 player.
Right.
I did not like any rock music. I didn't like alternative music. My mum listened to a lot of metal. My dad likes rock. I remember listening to a lot of Linkin Park. I didn't like any of it.
What did you like before?
Pop music.
What type of pop music? Was there anything on your radar that you fucked with?
S Club 7, you know,
Club 7,
the classics. Right. No, I liked McFly. I can't remember specifically what I was listening to at the time. I think went through a phase of having mixed CDs of people who had been on X Factor, and we might have, whatever it was at that time.
Right.
Was it even the X Factor back then? I can't remember. But just pop music.
Okay. Good
And
old
then
pop music.
my cousin had an MP3 player, and she let me share a earphone on the way home from school, and she was listening to 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, and the song that actually stuck with me was Thank You for the Venom. So it wasn't a traditional single.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So not your traditional I'm Not Okay, Helena, or any of that. Like,
No, it wasn't a single.
I'm not okay was my first introduction to My Chemical Romance, but you went for the riffy one.
Yep,
Interesting.
straight in.
And you heard that and you went, whoa.
And
whoa,
honestly,
whoa,
I
whoa,
feel
whoa.
like that song changed my life.
You
I
went-
was obsessed with
You went
the band.
You went fucking rewind that shit. Let me listen to that again.
Oh, yeah. I remember going home and I think asking my dad to download it for me.
Just that one song or the album.
I think he will have done the album. I can remember going to her house and them having Kerrang on the TV. We didn't have Sky at this point, so I didn't have access to music TV. And then it just sort of spiraled from there, but I became absolutely obsessed.
There you go. And then it hit. You were an emo
So this must have
from the start
been
from then.
2005, I want to say, because it was between 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge and the Black Parade coming out.
Okay.
And it wasn't my first year at secondary school. It must have been my second year at secondary school. It's a very blurry time period.
So you would say that's your introduction to rock music then?
Yeah, and then from then on it just spiraled. I'd gone from hating it to absolutely loving it. Nah, now you're pushing your luck.
Never mind then. Well, there you go. I didn't know that about you, Hayley.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very interesting.
you don't ask me anything about myself. You just come on here and talk about you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, give the people what they want. So obviously that was your introduction to My Chem. Got obsessed. Got into the albums. When was the first time you saw My Chemical Romance?
It was, I want to say the 7th, but it was it was the 7th of November 2007
Wow.
at what was then the Newcastle Metro Radio Arena.
Mm-hmm. On the Black Parade tour.
It was technically still the Black Parade tour, but at this point the Black Parade were dead and they were not doing the album in full.
Right.
They'd done a couple of tours in the time that I'd liked them, but this was the first time I got to go and see them.
Right.
We were seated. We were on, if you're facing the stage, we were on the right hand side, looking down. Like Jade, I know Jade was in standing. There was a few of our friends. A few of our friends were in standing. Yeah, I mean, I can even remember the first issue of Kerrang that I bought, and that was because Gerard Way was in it,
Ooh.
and controversially, Ian Watkins.
So who did you like more back then? Did you like Ian Watkins or Gerard Way?
Gerard Way.
You can be honest with this.
No. So I bought it. I think they did a whole the feature in Kerrang was this interview between Gerard Way and Ian Watkins. I might even still have it.
Gerard asking him what his favourite
I feel like you want to be careful about what you say. But no, I can't remember. And even thinking about it now, I don't know why they were being interviewed together. I don't know whether they'd maybe been on tour together.
Sometimes that's happened in Kerrang. Sometimes that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was opening? Do you remember?
It was Mindless Self-Indulgence, your favourite band.
Oh, right, yeah, good. You don't worry, you don't need to tell me about that, how that went. Was this like your first ever concert? Your first rock concert?
Yes, it was my second concert, my first rock concert.
What was the first concert in general?
I don't know if they still do it. Girl Guiding did what they called the big gig every year, and it would be in a different city.
Big gig.
So I'd gone to the one in Manchester.
Right.
Do you want to know who was playing? Should I ask my own questions?
Go on then.
There was Natasha Bedingfield, Kate Nash, Calvin Harris. I feel like there was the Hoosiers,
Fucking hell.
McFly,
Fucking naughty's maxing right here.
and Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That was-
Very good. That was that's a big bill. That's a big bill.
Yeah, they didn't do long sets.
No, just like 20-minute, half an hour sets.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, like a bit of a hardcore show. That wow. Well, there you go. So, obviously, let's fast forward.
Yeah, because
You-
I could talk
you like-
about the start of this relationship.
Let's fast forward. Maybe it's just before the gig. How many times had you seen My Chemical Romance up until before Wembley?
Only 3.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No.
I saw them in 2007.
Yes.
2011.
Yeah.
And that would have been the last time before they did Milton Keynes and they did the comeback. You think they had a big break as well?
Was 2011 the Reading Leeds set?
No, it was Newcastle Arena again.
I thought you saw them at Reading and Leeds as well.
No.
Oh.
No, I just was showing you the footage.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind about that then. So, of course, you see them 3 times.
Yep.
They announced the Black Parade. How excited were you for this? Did you think this was going to be a nostalgia set? But did you think this was going to be, let's tend to the nostalgia thing, it's going to be big, it's a big thing right now? Or did you think it was going to be more than that?
I don't think. I think that Warner Brothers probably pushed for more of a nostalgia set. I expected them to do something big for the anniversary of the album. I didn't expect the extent of what they are doing. But no, they were never going to come back and just play an album and that was it. Even when they did the tour, the Swarm tour, there was still hints of new things going on.
Yes. True.
They've never been a band to just come on stage, play a gig, and that kind of be it. There's always been a story behind what they're doing,
Yeah.
or a story to the albums.
Because that's what I kind of thought at first. I kind of thought, they're bringing the Black Parade down. Is this going to be a nostalgia thing? And I kind of was hoping it wasn't. Because I think they're more than that, really. And I think I could tell that because they've handpicked the support bands and they're not going for like the general emo ones, really. Like they're picking bands like Joanne Jett and Idlewild and Mogwai, for example. So I think if they were going to make it all nostalgia, they would get like bands like Taking Back Sunday out with them as well.
I don't know, because even when we saw them at Milton Keynes, it was
Placebo,
and they had different bands for different dates.
Yeah, true.
But I'm trying to think who I've seen support them. Mindless Self-Indulgence, Placebo, and then it was the one in 2011 was the Blackout, and Lost Alone. No,
I bet you were buzzing
somebody
about that
like
one.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the Black Parade, the album. Where do you rank that?
Where do I rank that in terms of what?
In your favourite My Chemical Romance. In fact, let's do this now. What are your top 4? There's only 4 albums.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Where's
a
the
really
best?
hard decision.
Where's the best?
I can't. They all have different things for me.
See,
Like, I love the sound of Bullets, but 3 Cheers was the first album that I heard and the album that got me into the music.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Parade came out at a time in my life when that was the album that I needed.
Yes.
And Danger Days is just great fun. That's a totally different album.
Fair
So
play.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. So, anyways, but with the Black Parade, the album, do you know the general concept of the album? Because obviously what we saw was a big theatrical thing around that album, and there was
Yeah, but
so
it
much
doesn't.
going on that I didn't know about.
It doesn't. Well, the original album, if you've got a man dying of cancer, and it's like I think it's like he's seeing his life before him, but what you're getting from this new tour is not that, and what's happening in this new tour is throwing up links with Danger Days, which, as you'd have asked me even 4 years ago, or whenever it was we went to Milton Keynes, I would never have expected the Killjoys references to come on a Black Parade tour.
Yes.
But they're tying all that together. There are people, if you go on Reddit and you look on the My Chemical Romance subreddit, there are people who are investing so much time in trying to work out what's happening that I don't understand. I don't have the brain space for that anymore. If I was trying to do this as a teenager, oh, absolutely.
You would have all the posters on the wall.
I had all the posters on the wall.
Like Charlie Day in Always Sunny, where he's doing like the whole like
the pinboard.
Yeah, the pinboard. Yeah. But
there's a huge Google doc that's doing the rounds that somebody's trying to piece together everything that has been referenced on this new tour and how it all links together with the concept of whatever's coming next, which hopefully will be MCR5.
Hopefully.
But, we've been waiting for this a long time. We thought we were going to get MCR5 and then they broke up. Went on hiatus, whatever you want to call it. And then we thought we were going to get MCR5 and they released a Greatest Hits album.
How did you feel?
Fucking angry.
Never mind.
Had so many ups and downs with this band. Like,
I've seen people cry over the announcement of that there were hiatus. And
I cried.
I was like, they'll be back.
Me and Chloe cried.
I knew they'd be back.
It didn't feel like it. And you can sit there and say, oh, I knew they'd be back. But as somebody really invested in a band, like, it really didn't feel like they would come back when you know so much about like what they went through, even just doing the Black Parade, and then they'd scrapped an album before Danger Days and they'd worked themselves to a breaking point.
Fair. Okay, so fast forward. So obviously on the run up to this, I've already seen My Chemical Romance the once at Milton Keynes, as we went on about. I remember that gig being really bloody good. At that point, that was the best stadium gig I've ever been to. I remember asking you what you thought of the gig. I remember at the time you were like, yeah, that's as good as My Chem has always been live. I'm pretty sure you were like, yeah, that's as good as what they were like past, back in the day, like when you saw them.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously for me, that was like a big thing for me. So I was kind of expecting the same. But fucking hell. That was a good gig, wasn't it?
I think it was the best day of my life, and I'm not sure our wedding day will top that.
I don't think it will.
I'm very sorry.
I don't think it will, no. So, what we got was My Chemical Romance playing the Black Parade in full and doing a bit of a, not even a greatest hits set afterwards. It was a mishmash of whatever the fuck they wanted to do on the B stage, which is
Frank is writing the.
Frank Iero
is writing the set list, and I think the fan base are out for blood.
That's because he can do what the fuck he wants. So obviously, let's chat about the Black Parade set itself. They came on, like, there was this sort of ceremony thing that happened.
It's the Drag National Anthem.
The Drag National Anthem. And, you know, it was kind of ceremonial. There was, like, people playing drums. There was, like, I don't know what to call them, like, the dude in a chair. It was, like...
I think it's the Grand Immortal Dictator.
Grand Immortal Dictator, thank you. And all this sort of stuff that was going on, I was trying to piece together, but I just could not. And then, obviously, they go straight into the first track of...
The End.
The End, yes.
What are you looking at a set list for? I could have told you the track list.
Well, I need to remember everything on the B stage, mainly.
Yeah.
So, straight into the end, they've got this amazing stage set up, curtain behind them. That's Into Dead, How I Disappear, Sharpest Lives. What a run of great 4 songs.
It feels like such a blur, and I have been emotional just watching video clips back because I feel like blinked and it was over.
Yeah, I did as well. And the Black Parade itself, I mean, I said this last time we saw them at Milton Keynes, that that song absolutely blew my mind, and it did that again. Just hearing the Wembley Stadium audience sing as loud as they did, it's like it reminded me of when I heard Nights of Sidonia live for the first time by Muse.
It's funny that got you, but it was Famous Last Words that took me out.
No wait, like, I mean, Welcome to the Black Parade took me out then, but then Famous Last Words came back for round 2 and knocked me the fuck out. So
I think it got to House of Wolves, like between I Don't Love You and House of Wolves, and I remember thinking, just how are we halfway through?
Yeah, I remember. Like,
there was so much going on.
Yeah, there was an incredible amount. Like, you know, after the Black Parade, like when they played the title track, they got like the crowd to partake in this little election thing. So when you walked in, you got given like these yay and nay cards. So basically, what happened was there was like these 4 people with like bags on their heads, and we got asked whether they should live or not. And you know, we did like the yay or nay cards. The nay was the result, and then they got shot. Not in real life, but like there was like these weird silhouettes of like soldiers that popped up, and then like all this pyro came off, and it looked like they shot them and all that. And like, really cool to involve the crowd in that way. And I think that might have been around about the first time like he spoke with the audience during the Black Parade set.
It was difficult to hear what he was saying.
Yeah.
Which I knew, and me and Chloe knew what was coming, but obviously I know you didn't.
I didn't spoil it for myself.
But even knowing that they've changed things up on different shows, it was just hard to understand what he was saying, and especially we were so high up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we were. Yeah, it's got to mention that we were like up at the very back of Wembley Stadium, because we got the cheap seats. So,
but I'm glad we were seated and not standing for a number of reasons. But I wanted to be able to see the show.
Same.
And not be like, oh, what's going on over there, because I can't see through somebody 10 foot tall stood in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, like, I mean, we had a decent view, and like I was happy to see everything that went off. Yeah, Mama was also a bloody big highlight for me.
Yeah, this extended version that they're doing is really interesting. Really like it. With
all the pyro and a man running across the stage on fire.
I don't even remember seeing that.
I saw that, and I was like literally like, what the fuck? And I was flabbergasted by that. I was like, what is going on? Like that, like Mama went completely off, because I think it was during Mama that they pulled the curtain. Was it Mama when they pulled the curtain back?
Honestly, can't remember.
But they pulled the curtain back and they revealed the screen behind, and they started showing like this whatever narrative was going on. With
You've done a much better job of remembering what was happening, because I tried to think about it, and
you had a couple of pints as well.
Yeah,
You had a few.
But even like, it was only like a couple of days ago, and seeing videos on Instagram, that I realised below where we were sitting was that great big screen.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Obviously, we could see the ones around the edges where they were showing the rules, but at the start they had the video on. I think it was before the like the national anthem bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was there until like literally 2 days ago.
Yeah, there's yeah, I didn't know that either until I saw it. But yeah, Mama was absolutely incredible. Teenagers, everyone was jumping up and down in unison. Like,
you're just skipping over sleep?
Sleep. No, Sleep was really good, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like there was just all sorts of stuff going on. Like there was a couple of times where Gerard Way was like was face to face with like one of the sort of dictatory sort of like army women, and he would just get slapped all over. It's quite funny. I didn't know what was going on, but I thought it was funny. But yeah, teenagers, bop, obviously. People jumping up and down for that one.
Do you know what? I would say that's, at this point, it feels like the most overplayed song on the album. I think because it was a single and it stands on its own as a single really well.
Yeah. To be fair, that one was like on Radio 1 quite a lot.
Yeah.
When it came out, way more so than Black Parade. But I still like Teenagers. It's a rocker.
Yeah.
It's a rocker.
I could do with never hearing it in an alternative club again for the rest of my life.
I could think of way more My Chemical Romance songs that are better than that one that I would rather hear. But I do like Teenagers.
Yeah.
Disenchanted.
That's one of my favourite songs. I really like it. Yeah, I think so.
Disenchanted was amazing. Really, really great.
I didn't cry, even though it had made me cry in the car about a couple of days prior.
Yeah. Famous Last Words. This was the song of the set for me, because this is when they went full on fucking Rammstein. Like, fire was everywhere. The floor was on fire. There was fire coming out of the stage. There was fireworks coming from outside of the stadium. There was fireworks going from the stage to the speakers, the PAs, and the sound desk. This was fucking nuts. No wonder it costs so much to go and see them. Like, the pyro. Not as much as fucking
alone must be incredibly expensive. But you could feel it from the back of the stadium as well. It was hot enough.
It was fucking hot enough, that weather. It was friggin' heatwave.
I think I turned to all this stuff on fire, and I turned to Chloe and I said, have they learnt nothing from the video? Because that video, everything's on fire, and that's when Bob was burned, like, really badly.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
We're still setting shit on fire now.
Chill
out. It's fucking July. It's too hot.
Nah, I like all the fire. The fire's
No,
great.
it looked fantastic, and I cried. I think I was just so overwhelmed with, like, joy by that point.
And I love, like, how they extend it as well. They extend the actual song. Like, Famous Last Words, it was undoubtedly the song of the set. I think it has been for a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people who went to that and just went, Famous Last Words, oh my god. Like, Adam and Hannah said the same thing, and
I mean, despite it not being the last track of the set, it just ends it.
Yeah.
It just ends it.
And they do the old Pink Floyd where they repeat the end, and the end reprise was really cool. Really liked that. And I think, wasn't that when Gerard Way got stabbed in the heart?
I think that was during Blood.
Oh, was it during Blood?
Yeah, because there's some videos of the Florence show last night, I think, where he's doing the stabbing during Blood. I don't know. I haven't been watching them with the sound on, but there's a lot of stabbing and death going on.
Basically, it was round about the end and all that. Like the band ran off the stage and Gerard got stabbed and stuff. Blood was like just the cool little ending, quite funny. Like that lady in that weird costume, singing and dancing. So yeah, like basically after they played the Black Parade in full, I was like, what the fuck have I just witnessed? That was like, and they've still got more songs to play. But like, it's. I'm glad that they played the album, but had a bunch of interlude-y stuff like in between, and kind of just helped drag it out a bit more.
They could turn that into a full musical. I mean, it's essentially what they've done, except none of us really understand what's going on to a great extent.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to hit us up with what the law actually is, comment, because I have no idea. But yeah, the Black Parade, not even my favourite My Chem album, but I just absolutely loved it. If I was going to hear a My Chem album played in full, it would be that one. So, yeah. So then we have a bit of an interlude. I think it was about 10 minutes, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, it was longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Bit of a sit down. There was Clarice Jensen, who was just sat on her own playing the cello. Just playing a solo cello song. Whilst the B stage was getting set up, which is the centre stage. And we got another 9 songs from My Chemical Romance, and this is like basically a mishmash of either hits or songs that they rarely play live. So looking at the set list, were you like, was there any standouts out there that really surprised you?
Well, 0% never been played live before. It's not a song that, to be honest, I know really well. It came off an EP, so I didn't expect to hear Demolition Lovers, but it's the songs that nobody expected to hear. Like My Way Home is Through You. Absolutely love that song, always have done, but it's a B-side track, so really pleased. Still jealous of some of the other set lists, but I wouldn't change it, because then I would be looking at that going, oh, I wish I had that song. So Demolition Lovers was a perfect song to end on.
Yeah, was not expecting that.
Unless you're wanting to go through this in order.
Because it's fine. Because they ended with Demolition Lovers, and because like Gerard Way is so hard to understand, like when he's speaking, I didn't know what he was saying, like when he's introducing the song, because it didn't even sound like he was saying Demolition Lovers.
No, I think Chloe thought we were getting War Beneath the Rain.
Is that a...
I think that's what it's called. No, it's one of these leaked Paper Kingdom songs.
Right.
They did play... I think they played it somewhere in America.
Wow. Yeah, but like, they did like a different rendition with like strings and piano, and then like halfway through they played it as it was, like you heard from the album.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I was trying to like piece together what it was, because like, I mean, I do like Bullets, but I've only listened to it.
Yeah, when it started, we were like, what?
What is this?
And then it was like, ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like just to go in order, they came back on stage. They did I'm Not Okay.
Classic. Nothing else to be said there.
Yeah. to the end. Free Cheers. Fucking belter. My Way Home is Through You, which, as you say, a B-side from the Black Parade.
I think it's the B-side for Famous Last Words, I want to say.
Right.
So great combo of songs.
Yeah, yeah. Summertime from Danger Days.
I love that song. I said to you, I want that to be one of our wedding songs.
Aww.
And everybody had their, well, I'd say lighters up, but you know, it's phone torches.
Yeah. Yeah, so Summertime was really nice.
Beautiful.
Like that. Na 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 na, in brackets, na 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 na, close brackets.
A nice speech to Colleen Atwood beforehand. Costume designer. You're looking at me very blankly.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember who that one was.
I think she did a lot of work with Tim Burton.
Yeah. But yeah, you mentioned the video director as well, didn't he? Who did the Black Parade?
Yeah.
Is he the same guy who did like Boulevard of Broken Dreams and stuff like that? Dude with long hair. I forget his
Sam
name.
Bayer.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm,
You Google that. But
I
yeah.
don't know. They used Sam Bayer, but I don't know if it was on that.
But yeah, just a fucking a rager that gets everyone fucking moshing, having a good time. I loved that one. Ghost of You, very very happy to see that in the set.
Don't know that. I'm not sure if I've heard that live before. I can't remember. Chloe was compiling a spreadsheet to figure out what songs she'd heard live before, and I was going to do the same, but
I feel like they played it at Milton Keynes. I could have sworn they played it at Milton Keynes.
possibly.
Yeah.
My brain, like, once I've experienced something really good, just that's
Yeah.
it. I can't remember it's done.
Yeah. 0%, as we mentioned earlier on. Obviously, like first time I heard it.
It was Sam Bayer. Sorry, yeah, it
Yeah.
was Sam Bayer.
Okay. So 0%, first time I ever heard that song. Probably the same for a lot of people.
Yeah,
So
I think
it sounded good.
so because
I liked
it was also lining up with this re-release of Danger Days. I would imagine that's why, because that
Yeah.
EP was attached to like the Danger Days. I have it. I think I have it downstairs. It's like the deluxe box set edition I got of the original release of Danger Days, but I think it's maybe
You'll
been
have
on
to fish it out.
YouTube and stuff since then. But it is now part of like disc 2 of this new release.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, it sounded good to me. I enjoyed it, even though it was a song I wasn't aware of. Scarecrow, I'm not that bothered about Scarecrow.
James sat down. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I could, of all the songs, Scarecrow's another one I'm not asked for to hear
Yeah.
live. Like, I like it.
It's
Fits in the album, but there's so many other songs I would rather hear live.
Yeah.
Dedicated to Lauren, is that Valencia? I
Yeah.
can't remember who that is. I think it was
wasn't
just a
it
friend of the band.
A friend, like, wasn't she like, did she do like comics or something like that? I'm sure I remember him mentioning something
Possibly.
about comics.
Nice little speech that you could just sort of figure out, but again, yeah, still a song that...
Yeah. Helena. I thought this was going to be the last one of the set.
Yeah, so did everybody else who was leaving.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this has got to be the last one. I was looking at me watching, it was like very close to 10:30. I was like, well, this is the last one. And then that's when I stayed up and said, no, we're doing this one as well. And it was Demolition Lovers,
Yeah.
which was really fucking great. And what I loved about the B stage set is it was just, obviously, like, the Black Parade was very well coordinated, very well timed and all that. It was like a proper theatrical piece. Whereas the B stage set, it was just them jamming.
I think the other thing that
Loved it.
I've heard is that actually if you're standing, the sound on the B stage isn't great.
Okay.
I guess, I don't know, there'd be something technical to do with it, but yeah, I'm glad we were seated.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, there was like after every song, like they were chatting away to the crowd and stuff like that, and they would count themselves in for the next track. It was just cool. It was kind of like a nice intimate, even though we're in Wembley Stadium, it made that bit kind of felt quite intimate to me, because it was like, oh, we're gonna play this next song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved that, and
I think it's,
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of makes you remember that at the heart of it, they're actually musicians. I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah. But yeah, loved the B stage set list. It was great. Yeah, so that's it. That's My Chemical Romance live at Wembley Stadium, 10th of July. We were at the second one of all 3 dates.
I
believe.
think until this tour is over now, I'm just going to be obsessed with watching videos from other tours, but I've been like that the whole tour.
Yes.
Keep checking Reddit to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But they've got these Halloween shows in, is it LA? They've got one with The Used, which is incredible because they weren't friends for such a long time.
Ah,
So there's
yeah, of
there's
course.
more to come.
Good.
I think the Saturday night they posted on TikTok, which feels weird to say because they've only just started doing that as well. video clips from the recording of Bullets. I would like to see another DVD, which again feels odd to say. Is I just finished listening to your podcast from last week. I finished listening to that today, and talking about it's really good. Yeah, talking about physical media dying out. I want to see another My Chemical Romance DVD. Yeah. It would be nice to see.
Not often you see musicians doing DVDs. It's always straight to YouTube now.
More of the footage from Bullets, but also Life on the Murder Scene ends as they're starting to develop stuff for the Black Parade, and then you've got the Black Parade is Dead, which is the show. You're not getting that behind the scenes other than from the music video, so I'd like to see some more just footage.
Yeah. That would be nice,
wouldn't it?
Yeah,
and then I can watch that every year on my birthday instead of Life on the Murder Scene.
Yeah, you never know. This gig was absolutely incredible. This is the best stadium gig I've been to. Gig of the year for me so far. Like an absolute 10 out of 10. That I would not change a thing about it. Even though they play like Scarecrow and I wasn't asked about it. Like it was just pretty much perfect. I've seen a few. I've really only been to a handful of stadium gigs. I've seen Foo Fighters at the Stadium of Shite in Sunderland, and I've also seen Red Hot Chili Peppers at the Stadium of Light, and that Milton Keynes gig. This was the best one. Yeah, I think
Wembley was really well set up.
I like Wembley. Yeah.
Milton Keynes felt chaotic when we got in. We had a whole drama of our own, but even within the stadium, it felt more chaotic. Pleased we did what we did. Shout out to Chloe's sister Phoebe, her partner James's friend, for lending us the parking space at Wembley. That was incredible. That saved us so much money.
We parked right next to the stadium.
Incredible.
Yeah. Had a good drink in the fan zone. It was great. Met up with Calm, a few other people. It was great.
And I'm sure it was still cheaper for a pint than what Leeds Arena is, so whatever First Direct Arena are doing, they can sort their shit out.
All arenas, all music venues, under the O2 fucking whatever, First Direct, whatever. Sort your shit out. Sort it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But incredible. Best day of my life.
Are you saying...
Best band.
Best My Chem gig?
Yeah, 100%.
What was it about this gig you liked more than the others?
Well, that was the one that had the most production going on during it. It was just incredible.
Best gig ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with my life now. Where do we go from here?
Better than the Calistyle boys at the Brudenell.
You're just asking me stupid questions now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes. Hopefully, they come back with a new album. That's what we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what you want next to it to be?
Yeah.
I mean, well,
they can't. They're too creative of a band to not do a new album. I think they're already sitting on a new album. I don't think we're waiting for an album to be recorded. I think they're sitting on an album.
Probably are. Let's be honest. Do you think they'll headline Download?
I don't know. This is why I was showing you the footage, because of how badly they got treated last time. But it's been a long time. It'll have been 20 years next year that they last played.
I think they should.
Can't blame them for not wanting to come back if that's the case. But then 20 years ago, they did not have the respect of people that they seem to do now.
Definitely not.
So,
do you think they could headline Glastonbury? Do you think Glastonbury would be like, you know what, Mike, come headline the Pyramid Stage?
I don't know what sort of bands headline Glastonbury, and I'd be fucking fuming because I'd have no chance of getting a ticket. I don't know.
It could be anyone from Metallica to
Neil
Young to...
We're just on a run of stadiums.
Yeah.
Of course they could.
Oh yeah.
Don't manifest that into being, though. I'm not having that.
I'd go to Glastonbury.
I would go to Glastonbury, but you've got to get a ticket. That's the hardest bit.
Yeah, that is true. Hopefully they'll be back with a new...
We're not manifesting Glastonbury.
No,
We're manifesting new music.
Come to download, and if you don't come to download, come to Newcastle.
Play St James's Park.
Yeah, play St James's Park. You'll get all the Geordie love there. It'll be great.
It's black and white. It's very emo. Surely,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. Don't or even go to Sunderland. You know what? Borough Ground. Just come to the North East.
Or do you know what? It's not the not playing the North, because we could have gone to Glasgow or Liverpool. It's the announcing fucking dates, making everybody buy tickets.
Listen here, Live Nation, or whoever's in charge of fucking
Whoever
My Chemical Romance. You know full well that they can sell out the whole UK if they wanted to. Don't announce 2 London dates and then go, oh, we'll add one more because you lot seem to want to go. And then 2 or 3 weeks later go, oh, you know what, let's do Liverpool and Glasgow as well. Do not fuck us over like that again, you bastards.
Because I can't not buy a ticket. If that's what they're announcing, that's what I'm buying. Unfortunately, for everyone involved.
So yeah, if you could just Gerard, if you're listening, if you could just come to Newcastle, it would be really, really good. Yeah, if you're listening. Thank you very much for joining us, Hayley.
You're welcome.
On the review of My Chemical Romance live at the Back Parade, and giving us your My Chem life.
That was a very condensed version.
Very condensed. Maybe
I am thinking about getting you to help me scanning all the magazine cutouts I have from back in the day.
I thought you were going to say I was hoping you'd help me start a My Chemical Romance podcast.
No, I honestly don't have.
We could do like a special episode on My Chem.
I feel like we've just done that. I mean, I could have talked about them for hours. Could have literally talked about them for hours, but no. Yeah, if that's it.
Well, there we have it. There we have it. Thank you very much for coming on, Hayley.
You're welcome.
I'll see you in a bit, because you're in my bedroom and we live together. But come back, My Chem.
Wrap up so we can go downstairs and watch telly.
All right then. Bye bye, folks. And there you have it. That was Hayley Taylor on the podcast. Thank you, Hayley. Love you. Thank you for talking about My Chem. It's been great. Very good chat. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody who has listened to the podcast. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. And, again, thanks, Hayley, for coming on. It's been great. Yeah, I'll be back next week. I imagine I'll be talking about the new Love album, because that has literally just dropped as it's just turned midnight over here. So I'm actually going to upload this and I'm going to listen to that Love album, because I've been excited about it for a while. And yeah, don't think I've got any gigs or anything to go to, but yeah. But yeah, anyways, I will chat to you next week. See you later. Take care. Big love. Subscribe, all that sort of stuff, social media, share, really appreciate it. This is the MastoCast, this is Dan Dixon Music. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube, do the rest of the podcast stuff. Anyways, I'm babbling. See you later. Bye.